Hi, my name is Morgan Ranstrom, and I'm a financial planner with Trailhead Planners. And today I'm here to talk to you about what's the right withdrawal rate for you in retirement. To kind of discuss this point, we have to go through some of the ideas on retirement income and some of the history behind that. So the first approach that you historically saw people take is just taking the income from their portfolio. So that is taking dividends and interest from stocks and bonds and living off of that. You may have heard some anecdotes of people living off of the dividend from their AT&T stock during the Great Depression or something like that. So fine approach, but it has a lot of it's suboptimal ultimately, and so other approaches were looked for. It creates too much income for some people and not enough for others. So then what happened is the financial planning profession progressed and I think professionalized. Is there was a lot of research done on this topic, and what came of that is the 4% rule. And you've probably heard of the 4% rule because it's a very common retirement talking point. The 4% rule says that you can take 4% of your portfolio out every year. You can inflate that over the long term. So if you have $1 million portfolio, that's $40,000 in year one. And over 30 years, you're unlikely to run out of money, right? So you should have some money left in your portfolio after 30 years, following that 4% rule. The problem with the 4% rule is that it tends to be a little oversimplistic. It's hard to customize it. And then also people's spending preferences are a little different, right? So most people don't inflate their spending in their 80s and 90s. Rather, they want to spend a little bit more in their 60s and 70s when they're really active. Maybe they want to travel. Maybe there's other goals that they have at that time. They want to spend on their golf game every week and such. So the 4% rule, they'll find, tends to be a little simplistic for some people. Enter dynamic withdrawal rates, and this is actually our preferred approach. But the dynamic withdrawal rate just says that, hey, if you're willing to make some changes to your withdrawals from a year-to-year basis, let's say there's a long bear market or high inflation or something like that, if you're willing to make some changes, you can actually usually take a little bit more money out front. That allows people to enjoy their money on the front end of the retirement instead of deferring that over the long term. And number two, it just kind of gives some confidence that, come what may, and it might be good stuff, we can adjust the portfolio income on a year-to-year basis. So it's a really great approach. What's the right approach for you, right? So this would be kind of number four. What's the right approach for you? It's custom. So maybe you're deferring Social Security, so we have to take a little more income from the portfolio now. Same with the pension. Maybe you have some goals you want to accomplish in the first 5 years of retirement. So maybe we set aside some money for that, and then we run a dynamic strategy from the rest of the portfolio. And then finally, maybe you sold a business a few years ago and you still have some residual income from that transaction. So you're actually deferring portfolio withdrawals for a few years. The approach is custom to you. It's based on your goals. It's based on your financial situation. And it demands just really comprehensive financial planning to make sure it suits you and your needs. Best of luck. We'll talk to you later.